lost the dandelion. Priscilla, she's...
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Speak, man.
She's badly hurt. Been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff and this is episode 81 of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Last episode we were gifted a portrait of Hierarch Hemmelfart. We met Zoltan at the Rosemary in Time and agreed to help him collect some rare Gwent cards, but first we actually beat him at Gwent. We then began helping Dandelion with the refurbishment. We play acted so that he could win some funds from his old girlfriend and calm down an angry fiancé so he could let his partner work for us. So the basic plan for today, to start off with, is just to continue on with this cabaret quest. I have managed to finally give Geralt some loving, so cleared out his inventory quite a bit and repaired his armour and stuff like that. The only difference we could actually make, as in the best gear that we could have right now, is we're now wearing the enhanced Griffin boots, which I assume we picked up as part of one of the diagrams we got a couple of episodes ago. But the rest of it is exactly the same, unfortunately, but that's fine. So midway up in Novigrad to this place on the map. We're going to speak to Rautlet and get the placard situation sorted with. Because the Rosemary Time ain't no brothel no more. He's going to Dandelion.
Looking for Rautlet.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't you hear me? This is all mine now. Fuck off, creep.
That's not very nice.
And here I thought we'd resolve this peacefully.
Oh. Okay. It's very enclosed space. I can't really see what I'm doing. Because I don't know why we're not dodging either. Well, I am dodging and then it's just nothing's happening. Okay, this is ridiculous. What is going on? It doesn't help that for some reason when I'm clicking buttons on my controller it's making the light above my webcam flicker. Which is really distracting me as well. I don't know if you guys are noticing that. I really hope it's not that prevalent. But if it is, I'm sorry. I equally don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. It's one down. Jesus Christ, that was... Considering they were level 11. That was way too close.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rautlet, where's he?
Same place as always. Vegal Bud Estate. Losing his last crowns at the races.
See? Wasn't that easy. Could have said so right away.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do some looting, if you don't mind me. You insulted me, you know? If you just go about your business, I'd have let you have all you wanted. It's not my business, but you had to get all arsey with me, so I'm afraid you've left me no choice. No, I can't loot that, but that's fine. Got a lot of decent stuff. A lot of booze. Okay, I'm not really intending to turn all the lights off, but that's what Geralt feels like doing, so that is what we're doing. Okay, it's not actually anything really that great here. Can I seriously not get that? Oh, sorry. Can't. I saw you keep showing up. Come on, you got me clicking the button like crazy. Yeah, thank you. All that for just some sheepskin. Yeah, that's right, you fools. So now I've got to go to the Vegal Bud Estate. Right. Fast travel points. So head back to Hierarch Square. Yeah, like I said last episode, this quest is a lot longer than I thought it would be. You know, it's been pretty fun so far, so it's not the end of the world. Excuse me all. Ugh, are we going to have to participate in another race? Like, I mean, I will do, if the game requires it of me, but they're not the most fun in the world, because they're very easy to win, or they're glitched. There's really no in between. I'm in a weird state where I can't actually run with the horse.
The plague!
Well, Nick, seems you're a considerable sum in the red, but you shan't back out on that account, eh?
I won't have much of a choice before long.
Come now, old sport. We can't allow that. Who'd I wager with then, eh? Listen, here's what we'll do. We'll make one more bet. If you win, I'll pay your debts and we'll continue playing. What do you say?
And if I lose?
One worry at a time, old chum. Well, I'm off to place my bet.
You Rautlet?
Henri Rautlet, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. Now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
Were that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Well, there we go.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn.
Okay. Yeah, we're running. That's a good start. Hey. Come on, Roach. Still got the trophy on there. I just realised. I need to take that off. We know the deal. We've done it plenty of times before. We've been around this estate at least 4 times, is it? Something like that. It's all familiar ground. You're a good horse, Roach. Oh, that was close.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Alright, good. Right, before I forget, let's sort Roach out. Hang on, what's that? 35 stamina. As opposed to the 70. That's ridiculous. Alright. Take that off, just so next time I do like a shopping run, I'll remember to get rid of it. Okay. Let's head back to our thing and fast travel over. So it weren't too bad. Getting the XP rolling in. More than most things. So he was just like, oh yeah, you did this really difficult quest, here's 2 XP for you. Here's nothing at all. Alright. We're heading back. Hopefully this is the end of it. Because as much as I am enjoying this quest, you know, I do have many other things that I need to get done, including Zoltan's quest. So can all just be this cabaret quest. There he is. Oh, no, it's Doo-Doo, never mind.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical. What about Rautlet? Did you get the placards?
Rautlet said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Chameleon?
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Okay. I'm totally gonna forget that answer.
Choreography. Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't, but Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Okay.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy.
Get pissed with old Dandelion.
Before he mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
Sorry, I've got to.
She said you've gained some weight, and that you should bathe more often.
Very funny, Geralt. Shove it.
Well, well. Never thought I'd live to see the day. Dandelion living in monogamy.
I've always been monogamous. Well, near enough. I just changed muses often.
Priscilla, another one for your collection?
No, she's its crowning glory.
Aw. Look at him. Oh, my boy, Dandelion all grown up.
How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Ask the Dandelion. Priscilla, she's
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Speak, man.
she's badly been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Oh, bollocky bollocks. No, you can't do that to my man Dandelion like that. I mean, don't do it to Priscilla. I like Priscilla as an individual.
Priscilla,
But,
is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your
oh
pardon,
dear.
but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
There concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this.
Gladly. Don't worry about it, buddy.
And kill him.
Don't need any convincing.
That's my boy.
Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
Well, looks like we're not helping Zoltan today. Unless this is short, which I get the feeling it isn't.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drama victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So, hear that.
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Ooh. Oh, I thought he got his leg trapped in something then. The way he screamed then. Oh. Hey. You okay? We good? Alright, give me 1 second. Sure there's nothing spare going.
But of course. What is it?
Oh, got some more of 'em. Geralt, I would appreciate it if you did what I asked you to do.
Lost it. I kill one, another takes its place.
I know how you feel.
At least for you, Geralt, it keeps you in work.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Troberet. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that.
That would be gutting. I don't think Dandelion is gonna ditch her anytime soon, regardless if she keeps her voice or not. Okay.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of Warden Woodcarver.
Okay. Kovir and Povis. Kovir and Povis are without a doubt the richest realms of the north. Few today remember that this was not always the case, yet their poverty was once literally on everyone's lips, in the form of now antiquated common sayings. As recently as in the days of Heribert the Quarrelsome, one spoke of a particularly impoverished person as being poorer than a mouse from Povis, called boiled broth Covary delight, and referred to beggars as Praxedes, to the bay along the shore of which the kingdoms lie. Similarly, few remember that a mere handful of generations ago, Kovir and Povis were still a part of Redania. King Radovid I, known as Radovid the Great, handed dominion over them to his hated brother Troidan, with one stipulation, that he never leave his newly acquired demesne and not interfere in matters of state. Handing over this rocky scrap of far northern ground, where the saying went, the year had two seasons, August and winter, was naturally meant as a cruel joke, a slap in the face for the over-ambitious Troidan. Yet time soon proved that Radovid the Great had made a grave error. Before long it was discovered that Covir's bare rocks hid priceless treasure in the form of enormous deposits of precious metals and rock salt. This discovery in turn led to tremendous growth in productive industry. Mills, forges and workshops sprouted up like mushrooms after a hearty rain. Radovid III decided to correct his famous forebear's mistake and take back the northern frontiers of his kingdom. He was convinced the combined armies of Redania and its then ally Kedwen would quickly bring this ever more audacious vassal in line. History took a different turn, however, and Corvair won a resounding, crushing victory. Radovid III was forced to sign the First Treaty of Lancaster, granting Corvair independence while binding it to eternal neutrality, a promise Troidan's successors have kept with great diligence. Until recently, Corvair was ruled by Esterad Thyssen, a king as wise as he was greedy, yet his untimely demise did not stop his lands from continuing to develop and blossom. Corvairian metallurgists proudly compete with the best Mahamecan can offer, and many believe that the University of Lancaster long ago surpassed the famous Oxenfurt Academy as the leading seat of higher learning in the north. And so it has come to pass that over the course of a few generations, the inhabitants of Kovir and Povis had turned from paupers into princes, from beggars into bankers. It's quite interesting. We've got a lot of ways we can go here. There's 3 doors. They all go to the same place. Oh, he's just following me. I was thinking he might go to one way or another. Okay. Guess we can search all of them. That's locked. Okay. Let's rule out one of them. Alright, let's... I think actually they look like it all goes into one big circle, so... Let's just try this way first. The Horse Whistler. Breaking in a horse's psyche is a simple matter of instilling your will as the rider into your mount, acquiring its trust and training its obedience. Horses are intelligent, noble beasts, so they should be treated with tenderness and a decisive and firm energy. Mayer, the unquestioned authority in this area, emphasises that when training one's mount, a rider must eternally on the lookout. A rider must eternally on the lookout for errors in the training itself. Okay, that looks like it needs a rework in that sentence. Every time the taming process ends in failure, the rider must look for the blocking error first of all in his own actions. Yeah. Secondly, in the horse's anatomy, and only in a last resort by concluding the horse has a naturally difficult temperament. Adhering to this principle protects one from undue punishments, which destroy the possibility of reaching an understanding between rider and mount and make it impossible to gain the animal's trust. Okay.
But of course. Yes.
Do it yourself.
What is it?
How many times have you cursed a tailor for sewing a shirt more crooked than the infamous Hom in Novigrad? How many times have you argued with a smith who proved unable to forge a simple horseshoe in a mouth? in a month. How many times will you steal food from your children's mouths because some armourer demands a coffee fortune from for a whore-home helmet? Enough. Basta, I say, and so should you. Empowered by the tome you hold in your hands and a few simple tools, you shall be able to perform basic repairs all by yourself and perhaps even create something from scratch. So show those extortioners from the crafting guild who shall make the fool of whom. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. Okay, it's not actually going to tell me anything, obviously. Okay. I think we've read all these now, haven't we? Yeah.
Human. Wrong body type. Let's keep looking.
Okay.
Looks like necrophages got to this one.
What do we got?
That's gotta be him.
If this one's a she, remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
Let's keep looking. A dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
Jesus.
So it seems.
It's a right
Looking at the
bastard.
wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
God, that's awful.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns. Blisters.
Well, I didn't want to see that.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed. So thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Clearly knows his anatomy, whoever this murderer is.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
What the bloody hell's that?
From an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. I'm afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor. His genitals, we ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Well, I don't know.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
Oh.
I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the Market Square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirets was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why do you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to wrap this up, guys, so can we, can we keep it moving?
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
pain depress you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Well, this is turning into a right old mystery, isn't it? Blimey. Nathaniel Pastodi. Right, Hubert Rejk. Yeah, Carson's just letting all these notifications go through. Looks like everything. Aye. Alright, let's have a look through our stuff. So, nothing. The characters have got Hubert Rejk, Joachim von Gratz, or Joachim, and Nathaniel Pastodi. Just check to see if Priscilla has updated. Yeah. So there we go. Books. We've read through all these, obviously. Let's get through all this. Make sure all this just gets ticked off. Why is that still not ticked off? Oh, bloody stupid stuff. World map, we've not been anywhere new. Just been to regular old territories. But quests, we're of course moving our way through carnal sins, and we have completed Cabaret. That's it for today. Character we have not leveled up, and let's make it midday. Don't fancy walking around Novigrad when a murderer's on the loose in the middle of the night. Alright. Let's save the game there. Alright, that is where we're going to end it for today. Really interesting episode. Obviously, we finally managed to get Cabaret done. Everything's all set up. And then obviously moving into Priscilla being attacked, which is very unfortunate and very sad for both Priscilla and Dandelion. Obviously, this is definitely going to sort of push him right into the supportive role, isn't it? That Priscilla's more to him than just another muse, as he likes to put it. So yeah, hopefully we can crack down this guy. Hopefully Priscilla can recover as well as she can, as the doctor said that she's probably not going to be doing too well with the voice afterwards, which is obviously quite gutting considering her profession, but we'll do what we can, I am sure, which we'll be doing in the next episode. Before we report, let me take a second to thank my amazing patrons. My £5 patrons are Ever the Snake and Ron Hyler. You can find links to their channels as well as my other £3 patrons in the description down below. And on screen you'll see credit to my £1 patrons. Thank you so much everyone, it is truly appreciated and it goes a long way to help with the channel, so I do thank you a lot for that. And if you wish to become a patron, you can follow the link in the description down below. You don't have to do that because at the end of the day, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.